curious. It's like, why Iceland?
It's a good question, but I would say why not? I think now at my age I'm gonna turn 35 years old. I like to live, new experiences as a professional, and obviously coming here was not on my one of my most ideas, and but when I received the offer, I said, okay, why not? I was like putting everything on balance, and my wife said, hey, I think it's a good opportunity for you, and it's something different. And I said, okay, let's do it. I was thinking a lot, but then I saw that the club was very interesting. I saw they were like trying to build a good team. I talked with the coach, and I said, okay, why not? Let's do it, and I'm happy.
Okay. Did you know anything about this place or the club, just Iceland in general? What was your idea?
I mean, I'm a photography fan. I like the photos, so I knew that Iceland is a very amazing country for visit. It was one of my top tier list to visit. Like a couple of years ago, I was planning to come here for like 2-3 weeks and go around the country. I have many friends that they came and really loved it. So I knew that part of Iceland. Then when I received the offer, I started talking with people that been here, like coaching. Israel Martin is a coach from Spain. He was my assistant coach back in the days in Tenerife. So I talked with him. He said like amazing words about the club, about the Icelandic league, and so that made me like, okay. He pushed me like a little bit to take this decision.
What have you thought of it so far? How has Iceland treated you for this almost month that you've been here?
So far, it's been amazing. I think the opportunity to play this cup early in the season and make it, more interesting, because we already is like we are in the half of the normal season. We are playing important games.
It's like a playoff
Yes,
situation.
we are like early fighting for something, and that's huge for us. And I know that it's huge for the club as well, because they are like winner club, and it's been a while that they don't get like a cup or like a title. So we have this opportunity and we are enjoying, and I think it's crazy how the chemistry of the team is so far, because we only play like 4 games and we are playing very well, and I'm surprised. So I hope that this is the line for the rest of the season.
Why do you think that is, that you connect so early? Maybe like you and Fotis obviously have a connection before, and maybe the leader of the team is an older player as well. Do you think that plays a part?
Yes, for sure. I think we are not selfish as a team. So every player that is on the team, we will give everything to win. We don't care if we make points or we are. Everything we have to do, we do it for the team. So I think that's a big part. And also I think like having Logi as a leader, like putting the pieces together, trying to like connect the people it's a key factor for us, because he knows the league, he knows the club, and you can tell that he's really into, and he wants Njarðvík to be in the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's like Mr. Njarðvík.
Yes.
Yeah. Were people surprised, like back in Spain or Argentina, that you ended up here?
Yes, they were surprised. They were surprised because, as I tell you, like I was playing. I have a good season last year with Palencia, and and like it's a big change. You coming from Spain, that's like very important league, and like nobody expect that. But it's what I told you. Like, why not? Like, you had a good offer, you had a like good opportunity. You like you had the opportunity to be on a competitive team. That is something that I always like play for titles, play for winning, and I'm very happy that like Njarðvík opened the doors and they want me to be like a big part of the team.
You got the offer, Njarðvík, or interest. You probably Googled the place. What did you see? Like,
Okay, I did it. And like I saw houses. Just I was looking with the Google Maps and looking around. First thing I saw, it was the airport is right next to the town. So they say, okay, that's a good thing because like people can come and go. Like my family is not like a big problem. And then I see that we are close to the Reykjavik, to the main city of Iceland. And also that was okay, that's something is good. But then like I was like, I say okay, I will not look a lot. I prefer to go there and discover it. You know, my wife she likes to look around more stuff. She's the one that okay, let me see where is the supermarket, let me see where, yeah, she likes to plan. But I'm not. I say okay, I'm gonna be there and let's find out when I arrive. So I like it. The experience to you know, for me it's like a unknown place and to find out.
what do you think about the town of Njarðvík, or you know, Reykjanesbæ, and the community around the basketball here? What have you like found out? Is it any different from what you're used to? Or?
I love it. I love it because it reminds me a lot when I was young. I grew up in a little town, like maybe 3,000-4,000 people, and it was just like Njarðvík. Like people live and give everything for the club. A lot of volunteers. They really are helping, and it's what I see now here. And like the fathers of the players in the youth team, they are helping to the club in anything they can. And in that part, it reminds me a lot when I grew up, because I remember my mother, my father was a professional at that moment of basketball, but my mother used to do this kind of stuff, helping for the club I was playing, like selling stuff to make some money for the trips and all this kind of stuff that Njarðvík is doing now. I lived it before, so I really enjoyed like being like back on this kind of situations.
You're kind of full circle back to your roots, kind of.
Yeah, that's why it's for me like it's not something new. It's something that I'm used to. That's what I like. I feel comfortable.
Has it affected your basketball in some ways? You're obviously like at the last kind of phase of your career. Maybe you have, if you look to players like Logi, you have some 5-6 years left. Has it changed you some basketball-wise, or?
No. So far, like I'm trying to be Nico. I was in Spain. I was in.
What kind of player is Nico?
I mean, Nico is a player that gives 100% for the team. Like, that's something that I learned from my dad, and that he always like told me. Like, it doesn't matter if you can make points or assists. You have to give everything 100%. And when you go home after the game, you have the feeling that you gave everything you have. Like, and that's always what I'm trying to do. Like being happy with me and knowing that I left everything in the court. Sometimes you make points, sometimes you make assists, sometimes you don't, but at least you have that feeling that okay, you gave it all, and that's Nico. I think I'm a winner. I like to win. I am very competitive player, and I push my teammates to do the same. So I think that's how I am.
Many Icelanders they look to the NBA division. It was really hugely popular in the 80s, 90s, and all today as well. Did you look there for role models, or did you look to the European teams? Or
I have the luck to have the role model at home. That for me was my dad. Like it's similar what I see now with Loyi and his son. You know, I was the same. Like I was always around him. I was always in the court. I was always sitting in the bench. So for me it was important because I learned a lot of my dad, and also he was always like big part of any decision I took on my life, on my career. So always I went to talk with him, to ask him if he thinks it's a good option or not, always. So that was my main role. And then obviously I used to love watching NBA, and I say, okay, I like this player, I like how he plays. And I used to try to copy his moves, and at that time was Allen Iverson. Yeah, that was my, like, I was watching his videos on YouTube, trying to copy every single move that he has.
He was a warrior as well.
Yeah, he was a beast. And yeah, and because he was short, we were like, we are the same tall. Like I was trying always to copy him, but as I tell you, like I think like 90% of Nico is like from my dad.
What are your hopes for the season? Now we're obviously tomorrow is the cup final, and yeah, that's pretty huge. Like you said, this club was used to winning and want to get back to their winning ways. But what do you hope for, or what do you see Njarðvík achieving this season?
Like my first goal is like to make the people of Njarðvík proud of their team, like it was back on the days, like people in the street like really enjoying and being like proud of being like Njarðvík fans. That I think is the first goal, and that it will come if we like as a team we play together, we fight for every game. Like you can lose game, we are gonna lose games. We are going to lose important game because it's something that it can happen. So it's basketball, but like having the feeling that, as I told you before, okay, people leave the gym. They say, okay, we are proud of this team. They fought. They hustle. They really put everything. I think that's the key. And then obviously, if with that we can get some titles, that it would be like the perfect season.
Has anything surprised you about Iceland? I saw you have tried some Icelandic food, the sheep head, and you've been all over. You've seen more of the nature in Reykjanes than the locals have. So yeah, has anything surprised you? What do you like and dislike?
I mean, no, I honestly I like a lot of stuff. It surprised me like many things. Especially like you said before, the sheep head, those kind of things that like I posted on my Instagram, and people were, hey Nico, what is that? And they were like kind of shocked. But I think the nature of Iceland, I mean having a volcano 20 kilometers from here or still active, that I think is something crazy. How the thing works here, I don't know, like the water thing. For me, that's crazy that you have you press a button in the shower and you got the hot water coming from the ground. That's little things for me that like mind blowing, and I know that I have many more to discover. So that's why I'm so excited to be here.
Also, like when I asked you, you Googled the place. And you mentioned the airport and all that, but also the volcano. You probably saw that like 20 kilometers away.
Yes. That's what the next thing I saw. I said, okay, this is amazing that it's really close. And it took me like 4 days since I came here to to go visit it, and I will return for sure.
How was the experience at the volcano?
It was amazing. It was unbelievable, honestly, because it's something that like you cannot describe it honestly. You have to be there to feel it, because it's so powerful that you don't know if it's true or if not. It's something that you have to live.